We are back to talk more about the Conjuring Last Rites today. Um, I am fairly new to the video reaction game here, and my biggest video so far has been the one that I did about the Conjuring. So we back then we didn't have a lot to go off of. The first trailer we watched, it just showed clips from previous movies. It showed a couple sparse clips from the new one, but it didn't give us anything to go off of. So we have a little more information today. We know which Warren investigation that this movie is about now. So we're going to look into that. We're going to look at the background of that, and we're also going to look at the popcorn collectibles at the theaters that you can get. So we're going to see which one we like better, and we're going to go from there. And yeah, so let's jump in here. First, we're going to start with the story that they're going to be covering in this movie. So let me bring this on screen here. We'll give you guys a little more room. So this one is the Smurl family haunting. So this website here, not New England Society for Psychic Research, never heard of it, but from looking around, it seemed like their information here was pretty consistent, and they've laid it out in a beautiful way that we can kind of breeze through it and get to the point and then get to this trailer and the popcorn buckets at the end. Those are always fun. So Chase Street from 1947 to 1987, the Smurls claim they were at the mercy of ghosts after flood damage forced them from their Wilkes Barre home. Janet and Jack Smurl, along with their young daughters and Jack's parents, moved into a Chase Street duplex in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. A bit of a fixer-upper, they put their efforts into repairing, retooling, and repairs. It was at this time that the eerie activity began. So they had some sort of disaster, flood damage at the old house, had to move to a new one, and they chose poorly, it sounds like. So let's get a little more information here. The Smurl family. Initially, the episodes were benign. Tools went missing, then reappeared. Happens to me all the time. I always lose my stuff, but it's my own fault. It's not ghosts, as far as I know. Old wall stains seep through fresh coats of paint. Then the kitchen appliances caught fire, even though they were unplugged. And awful odors overwhelmed the house, only to disperse moments later. At first, the home seemed to be a good move for the family. Jack was promoted at work. The kids were excelling in school. The in-laws were happy. But that didn't last long. Soon the Smurls were struggling to make ends meet. Mary, Jack's mother, suffered a heart attack, and ghostly visits meanwhile intensified. Mary and Janet claimed to have perceived voices that sounded like one another. Janet thought she heard her mother-in-law calling her name, while Mary thought she heard Janet and Jack in the throes of an argument laden with expletives. Ominous black masses formed and floated through the home. So that was one of the more prominent things. When I looked at other websites, they were having black clouds of smoke coming through the house. That was a big problem for them, and that's one of the main focuses. So I bet we see some of that in the movie here. Janet said she was visited in the dead of night by malevolent forces that interfered with her in her sleep, and Jack started experiencing the horror in his home. Lying in bed with Janet, he heard someone whispering, a young woman it seemed. When he turned to face his wife, he watched the shadowy figure run up her leg. After that night, life in the Smurl house grew darker. So it increasingly got worse as they were in here. So evil intensifies. A light fixture fell from the ceiling, cutting one of the daughters on impact. Another thing that I saw on multiple websites. So I guarantee we'll see that event, that chandelier falling and almost hitting one of the kids. We'll get in that in the movie. The family dog was thrown against a wall. Also seen that. I highly doubt they'll put that in. Usually it's not good to put animal injuries in movies. So Janet said she was picked up by an invisible presence, dangling some 6 feet in the air, then tossed across the room. Jack claimed a succubus entered the living room and interfered with him while a baseball game played on the TV. Even neighbors reported hearing screams from the house while the family was out. So seeking help, terrified, the Smurls contacted Ed and Lorrain Warren. Great move. I would do the same. After inspecting the house, Lorrain Warren, a clairvoyant with several well-known paranormal investigations under her belt, concluded that the Smurls shared the home with 4 spirits: a harmless elderly woman, a young and possibly violent girl, a man who suffered and died in the house, and a demon that used the other 3 spirits to destroy the Smurl family. So there's our background. We didn't have anything like that to go off of before. Now we know exactly which story they're going to be sharing with us in this movie. And with that, we will jump into the trailer. So let's bring this up here. And as usual, you guys deserve full screen. Nothing but the best here. Let's get started.
Let's take this back to the beginning. When did it start?
April the 29th, 1985. We're in the kitchen, and the ceiling light came crashing down.
There we go. So there's our chandelier falling. We knew that would be in there just from reading that, and we saw it on multiple sites. So we knew that was going to be there.
We're now entering the master bedroom, where a good deal of the phenomenon has occurred.
One night I was sitting in bed, and it felt like someone touched me on the shoulder. I turned around and looked, and I couldn't move.
So that's the actual interview footage, something that they've done in all the other movies also. That's a very cool touch. I like that. That's going to do well. That elevated me a little bit. Blood pressure went up a little bit seeing that.
This is an evil like nothing we've faced before.
Just gonna pretend like nothing's going on? It's real!
Okay, and they referenced here, let me back this up a little bit here. Let's see if we can find it here. Well, yeah, there we go. So they said the woman was dangling 6 feet in the house. So it looks like that's what we're getting here. We're getting something clearly from the story that's in this preview here. So they're going to be pretty close to the actual recorded events from this family. So
Real! It wants to kill us!
So we've seen multiple demons in this house, we'll call them, and it said that there were the article, I believe it said there were 3 or 4. So we've seen multiple. So that's right along the lines of what we read.
Ed, I'm sorry.
The Conjuring last rites.
I thought that these type things only happen in movies.
Get tickets now. Experience it in IMAX and other premium formats.
Okay, so what we read in the article, we did see some of those things in here. It looks like the jump scares will be good in this. I did also read that there is going to be some Annabelle appearance in this movie, so I'm kind of curious to see how that works out. But I'll be there immediately for this one. I love these movies. I'm going to go see this next week, and I will definitely jump on and talk about what I thought of the movie after that. But now that we've run through the trailer, let's talk some theater collectibles. So those are always a fun thing that we like to do here. So here's the first one. This one is from Cinemark. So this one, it looks very cheap. I don't like it. I think it's I think this one is ugly. This one is $39.99. Cinemark. They're going to need to step their game up on this. This one does not look good. This one is I would not put this one up on the wall behind me here. This yeah, no, I'm gonna skip this one. But somebody out there might think it's cool. It looks like the popcorn goes in the back of the doll here, which is strange. I don't know. I think this one wasn't well made. So let's jump into the next one. So this one here at Regal, this is the cool one. I think this one looks good. It looks very accurate to what the Annabelle doll looks like. Cool little popcorn bucket in the front that it hangs onto. It looks like it'll sit well on a shelf. Let's see, $49.99. So $10 more than the trash one that looks really bad. I think that's if you're going to buy one, this would definitely be the one I'd get. But yeah, this one actually looks pretty sharp, pretty intimidating. I like it. So I may end up with this one. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I've run into this, is that I've gone to the theater. They had a really cool Alien one not too long ago. It actually lit up, and it was a clear glass thing, and it had the face hugger in it. I went on opening night because I wanted one of those, and I wanted to see the movie, and it was already sold out. I said, "What the hell? How was it already sold out?" They said, "Well, we actually put them out 2 weeks ago." So I don't know what they're doing at these theaters. They just kind of go rogue. So we'll see. If one of these is there, I'd probably like to pick one up, but otherwise, if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. But yeah, we'll leave that there. Go see this movie. It looks cool. I don't know if we're going to get any more of these after this, but I'm looking forward to it, and we will talk more about this one later. Have a good one.